Messing out the medicines. We've been on that rock star regimen, knowing that I'm heaven sent, higher than I ever been. I got a problem with.
Welcome. This is Totally Blitzed podcast. As always, this is Paul, Pick'em, Win'em Concha, the man with the big beard and an even bigger bankroll. And as usual, I'm always joined by.
You already know, it's your boy, Lil KK, aka the Don PYE, aka Kev Waterboy Savoy, aka the boy that got to take this shot today because my Lions did me dirty this week. It's cool though. Still love them boys. It's cool. My Lions, you know I'm rocking with the Dirty Birds. They ain't do me dirty like that. They just do what they do. But the Lions got smashed. But I'm dancing here today because I got me some Knicks. Ooh, if you know, you know. This the secret spot. They don't really tell nobody, but just know your boy finna be in the cut, greasing on the finest of leftover Knicks. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
I tried something new today. I got the garlic parm lemon pepper wings. Them shits was so fire. But to wash down my Knicks, I'll be drinking from my Aaron Rodgers sippy cup. You know what I'm saying? Brought to you by. This is what happens when you join the Aaron Rodgers book club. They send you this, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? But before you ask me, why do I have an Aaron Rodgers sippy cup? How's your day, Paul?
My day's going pretty well. Just been chilling. Just been watching football. I've been watching the news around the league, which has been even crazier than the football itself, I feel like right now. I got my shirt from the shirt I ordered finally came in, rocking the Xavier Howard vintage. Happy come after Wednesday. Xavier Howard was still a Miami Dolphin. So that's one thing I was happy about this week. And we didn't go for Watson. I don't know if that means we really trust him too. I love Tua, big Tua fan, but I just don't know what that means if there still does not. Free agencies, shit could happen. I love Tua, but Tua's still not safe from this fucking general manager and front office.
The way the game got broken down to me is that the reason why those rumors are going around is because it's probably people in the Dolphins head office, not locker room, head office saying these things like, man, we really want Watson if he could get free from all the allegations and stuff like that, or the NFL decides what they're gonna do with him. But those people aren't in the locker room every day. The people in the locker room are saying, hey, yo, Tua, you're the man. We need you Sunday. We need you confident. We need you trying to win every game. So it's cool. Deshaun Watson, we'll see what happens with that. But like at the end of the day, Tua's our quarterback, man, and that boy be fighting.
Yeah, and I will say this was the first time I've ever heard Brian Flores publicly say Tua is our quarterback going forward. And I swear I've never heard him say that. He usually never even addresses rumors, but at least that felt good to say because then it's almost like he's held accountable. Like, motherfucker, if he gets moved in the offseason, it's like we have a clip of you saying, nah, he was our future, and we can hold you accountable now. And don't miss out on the Knicks. 20 wings, some fries, $16.99. You won't find a better deal or better food than that.
You can't beat it. But let's go crazy on what's going on in the league right now. Because if you don't know, the league is hot. If you don't, just stay in the house. If you have anything to do with the league, just stay in the house. The league is hot right now. No one is safe.
It's the purge out there.
There's a purge out there. Shit is crazy. It's only been 3 days. The shit's been crazy. I want to start off with, I really hope Henry Ruggs, really hope that situation gets figured out. They said it was a DUI and it was a fatal car crash. So that's a lot going on.
55 miles per hour.
Originally, and it was 126 when the airbag. So we try to slow down, but I hope that's a really serious situation. I hope that gets figured out, and that's really crazy because I genuinely like that boy. I want to see them boys eat. I want to see them boys make a move, but I'm hoping that gets figured out. What's next, Paul? Because shit's been lit. Shit is crazy. The league is hot.
Well, before we jump on to anything, we do owe the fans some shots. I have two.
Why?
I got my first, all because the fucking Bengals. If we're being honest, that's why. Like I gave out like a 500 to 1 parlay or 5 to 1 parlay, $30 to win 2 something. And they all hit except for the Bengals. The one it's always the team you're not looking at. It's always the team you're like, oh, like I'm worried about these games. All those games hit.
Them
It's
boys
always
did not do their job. Them boys did not do their job. I'm not gonna lie. And I'm a big Joey B enthusiast.
so for giving out my 2 picks last week, or my two parlays. Here's my new Amsterdam. As you can see, the price of my bottles have gone down, and that's because I've been getting murdered out here these past couple of weeks. So here's my first one. Cheers to Kev.
Hey man, I'm drinking on that Parrot Bay. I got this at the gas station with a pack of 16% alcohol. I'm gonna use some Knicks as my chaser.
Oh my gosh. But so as I pour up the next one, let me see. I got a whole list. We can knock out the trade deadline real quick because it kind of was a stinker. Every year it's always smoke and mirrors up until the last day, and then a big stinker. I guess we start from the biggest and go to the lowest. The biggest one, it wasn't even trade deadline day. Von Miller to the Rams for a 2nd and a 3rd round pick. Sean McVay basically saying, I don't give a fuck about the 1st round, the 2nd round, the 3rd round, the 4th round. I don't give a fuck about draft capital. We finna win right now. We went out and got Matthew Stafford, and now we went out and our defense hasn't been playing as good as they should have played. Got fucking Von Miller, who's a beast still. And they don't even have to pay for his salary. The Broncos basically say, yeah, we'll take the picks and we'll pay his salary. Like, I just don't see how the Broncos won that. Good luck trying to find a Von Miller in the 2nd or 3rd round. Good luck.
Finessing. That's what you call finessing at its finest. Von Miller is going to forever be a Denver Bronco Super Bowl MVP. He does what he does. But that was a major lick, kid. What? Von Miller for a 2nd and 3rd round. Do you understand the Rams are giving up pretty much everything?
And
I think I heard. I ain't fact checked, but they don't have a first pick for like 7 years or something like that.
I do know that they only have 2 picks this upcoming draft, and it's like the 7th round, and I want to say the 5th round, and those aren't safe either.
They'll give him, but it's insane. Don't get me wrong. That's a crazy lick on defense. Like, the Rams is genius because it's business at the end of the day. Because you just moved into LA. Y'all got this crazy big stadium that's crazy nice, and you see it every Sunday. You just moved to LA. Nobody really messing with the Chargers like that. So you have a chance to get one of the biggest markets in the game. All y'all boys got to do is go win a chip, and y'all have the best defense that y'all keep adding to. That's insane. So, like, the Rams is making great moves. So, but this is risky now. This team is great now, but no team is unbeatable. Like, you're putting all your bets in it now that you're going to win now. So, like, we're going to win, and then we're just going to figure it out because that's what it is. But, like, it's a major lick for the Rams, but at the same time, like, they got to do what they got to do. Like, it's really championship or bust, and it's not like it's championship or bust right now. They got to keep
100%. But this is a team, like, I'm all for teams because if you really think about it, I understand, like, it's a 2nd and 3rd. Like, drafts is big. But if you really look at it, like, to me, it's kind of like, okay, we got to win now. And for the Rams in particular, the defense is star-studded with Jalen Ramsey and Aaron Donald, but they haven't been doing what they were supposed to do so far. Like, so for them to go get someone who's going to go join Aaron Donald and Leonard Floyd on the defense, like, who the fuck's going to – Aaron Donald's getting triple team. Leonard Floyd's getting a one-on-one maybe even a double. Who's guarding Von Miller now? Like, you're telling me you can hit a 3-man rush and pull back 8, and your 3-man rush still might get through?
Huh.
And that's what – and I think they honestly got that to be able to go up against – I mean, they already beat the Bucs. But, like, now you can pull – like, that's what's killing the Chiefs. That's what kind of, like, slowed down the Bills week 1. That's kind of the answer is just, like, we're going to let you run the ball and we're going to pull everyone in coverage. But now imagine if you can't even run the ball because they're 3-man – like, their 3-man rush is Leonard Floyd, Von Miller, and Aaron Donald. Like, that's just, like, kind of crazy. And I respect the win now situation because everyone was like, oh, the Bucs are doing so much. Like, what? But in the moment they won it, no one's talked anything about all the shit the Bucs have given up. Like, the moment you win that first title, It doesn't matter. You could not win next year. It didn't matter. It was worth it. Because all those draft picks going to win you the Super Bowl? Who knows? But you did it this year. So, hey, I give him an A, honestly. And you're not paying his salary. You're just like, hey, we're just going to give you picks, and we're not going to pay him. You got to pay him. Okay.
Major league. The
other one, Melvin Ingram, who was a Pro Bowler on the Chargers for like 6 years. He was an 8-year guy there. He's on Pro Bowl for like 5-6 years. He went to the Steelers this year to really help that defense. Really, I mean, they're already great, but help even more, add some depth. He only got like 20% of the snaps or 25% of the snaps. So I can understand how you go from being a main guy to barely seeing the field. You're going to be frustrated. Steelers got rid of him for a 6th-round pick to the Chiefs, which I think helps the Chiefs defense because they are atrocious this year. But that thing really showed me was because people are like, oh, why are they not trading Ronald Jones? Why are they not trading Marlon Mack? Like all these other players who aren't getting any playing time, why are they not getting traded in the trade deadline? Well, Melvin Ingram, former Pro Bowler, still has some years on his he still has some years left in him. Only went for a 6th-round pick. What the fuck is Marlon Mack gonna go for? Who the fuck is sending anything for those guys at that point? Or just wait for free agency. They're unhappy.
You know how it got explained? It was explained to me for how the trade deadline, how trades work in the NFL. So Jerry Jones, he hops on the podcast on Friday. So he was out there talking, and they asked him, "Do you have any moves made for the trade deadline?" He said, "The thing about the trade deadline is in the NFL, you always want to be the one up, to be the one that felt like they won."
Yeah.
So like you always gotta feel like you won. That's how Julio Jones can go for a 5th-round pick. Nuke can go for a 5th-round pick. That 5th-round pick doesn't turn into DeAndre Hopkins. That 6th-round pick doesn't turn into Stephon Gilmore. That gets you the game-winning pick against in his first game. That doesn't do that. But in the NFL, if you gotta get rid of something, you might as well go get something because you can use it later to go get something. So like you never really want to go out too much when it comes to the NFL. Unless you really want something, if you're comfortable right now, you really want something to come to you. You want to see where you can get the best deal so that way you can one-up them right now. And that's what it is. There are a lot of people that could have been moved and stuff like that, but they wouldn't have gotten the best price for them boys, and they wouldn't have felt like they won because that's what they want. So trades are tough in the NFL because you got to pay attention to contracts. You got to pay attention to a lot of X factors. And unlike the NBA and stuff like that, where it's a little more player-friendly to make the moves. So like trades are real tough. So the trade deadline didn't go crazy, but it showed that a lot of teams are comfortable where they're at and they think they can go further with that.
And I like how you brought up the NBA because the first thing I thought of when you said about the trade and stuff, I was just like, that is true. Like in the NBA, if someone's unhappy somewhere, you see it all the time. The team will buy out their contract and allow them to go somewhere else. Like buy them out, trade you somewhere else for a couple picks, and everyone's happy.
No cap.
And you'll never NFL. The owner would rather die than let you walk out the door a happy soul. They don't give. I've never seen a situation where someone just wanted to leave in the NFL and it was just like, okay, yeah, we'll pay your contract, buy you out, send you somewhere so you can be happy. Never. If you can name one, drop it in the comments. I'll be glad to look it up and learn about it. But never have I.
Maybe I have to sit out a whole year to prove this point.
Yeah, Melvin Gordon sat out a fucking whole year. Le'Veon, like all the, especially running backs, particular, because it's like 4 years. Oh, you're old now. We don't want to pay you no more. I was watching one game this weekend. I can't remember who it was, but they named a running back who I swear has only been in the league for like 5 years, and he was a vet. They're like, oh, they got veteran blah blah coming off the bench, and I was like, this motherfucker's like 24. Like he's just because he's a running back doesn't mean he's a vet. Just because this is his 3rd team or some shit, and like he's been in for 4 years. I was just like, that's crazy.
That shit's insane. But speaking of vets, you seen what happened with Derrick Henry?
It's tragic, but
It's because they hurt you.
Derrick Henry is a different. I mean, like Derrick Henry is a different type of human being. The way he's built is just different. But it's just like with running backs in particular, your knees and wear and tear and foot, there's a lot more wear and tear on the body for the running back. So when you're getting fed, like DeMarco Murray, when he had the 400 touches on the Cowboys, what happened the next year? he got hurt. Like, it's just after you CMC getting 400, like after these players get 400 touches, Dalvin Cook he barely gets up to 300, and the next year after he's fucking hurt. It's just like you can't give him 400 touches and then 400 touches again. You can, but you're rolling dice at that point. It's just like maybe get someone else to come in there, and when it's like 2nd and 1 and you have an extra down afterwards, let him run the ball. Like you could have. I think they should have. Yeah, they could have got AP fucking 6 months ago and just let him come in to be every now and then. Like, and we probably wouldn't be having this problem. But here we are now, AP to the Titans. Derrick Henry is hopeful to come back to finish the season. And hopefully they learn next year. We shouldn't give our best player 500 touches just because health-wise it's not good. Like, look at Saquon Barkley. He came out 4 years at Penn State. First thing people said, like, he's a beast. He's built different. But that's a lot of touches in 4 years. And now how long his NFL career is going to last? Look, here we are now. Like, there's just things like that, especially for running back. You can be built different. Your knee don't give a fuck. I know you greasing them motherfuckers. They look good in the motherfucker.
I'm almost done.
Oh, that'd be the worst. That'd be like, oh, this. But how do you feel? I know you was big Derrick Henry. Big block on the.
That's my cousin. that's my OG. I go to him for wisdom. Like, hey, yo, Derrick Henry, there's some people in my way. What should I do? The answer's the same every time. Run them over.
Run them. Go through.
Run them over.
Is that not your first option? Just not to go through?
Go through them. I'm like, yo, Derrick Henry. I was like, yo, Uncle Derrick. There's this thing in my way. Go through it. You stop trying to go around. Go through it. It's quicker. And then everything behind it gets scared.
Yeah, and if it gives you a little trouble, stiff on that motherfucker.
Stiff arm his ass. I don't care if you're a grown ass man. It's cool. So I'm big Derrick Henry. But the thing about them boys is that like you said, there's so many touches, and it's cool that you want him to do that because you want him to break records. You want him to look cool. You want to feel great. He can do it. He has the capabilities to do it. But is it best right now? Like, you guys have a chance to really, really run the table come playoff time. Like, you guys got your division on lock for a fact. You just beat your best competition twice. So it's time to start playing a little smarter. You feel me? Because it was cool, like maybe 3 years ago when it was like an upstart Titans team. What the fuck you mean the Titans beat the Patriots? That's crazy. What, they got another win? What, they're up 10? They're up 10 against the Chiefs? That's crazy. But no, it's not that same vibe no more. People are looking at y'all as playoff contenders. You guys are championship built team. So y'all got to make those moves. Vrabel, smart, legendary, smart, great football mind. He's tough. He's real tough. He doesn't believe in quitting even slightly. So, like, this is something that they got to figure out because this is going to be, that's your key right there. When y'all are down, y'all don't throw the ball. Y'all start running it more. So y'all got to figure this out. Y'all got to get a second back. Y'all got to start drafting something. But y'all got to figure it out because Derrick Henry's a monster. And I think he can do that shit and go crazy because he broke his foot and finished the game.
That's what really blew me away. Because when I saw a broken foot, I thought he was out. Now I'm looking at overtime. Like, this motherfucker is not out. Like, this motherfucker's here. This, like, that's a grown man.
Strong as fuck. So, like, it's, you guys, they got to figure that out, man, because that stuff. And y'all got the weapons at receiver. Y'all got the quarterback. And the quarterback is mobile. Like, y'all can figure that out, and it shouldn't be a long conversation.
Do you think AP will come in and I don't think he's going to get 100% of the work. It's going to be a work share thing. But do you think he gets the starting job at running back? Just because I didn't know much about McNulis, the backup, but apparently in college he did have like an 1,800-yard rushing on his senior year and a 1,500-yard rushing the year before. So it's like he has the ability to be more than just a pass catcher. Do you think he wins it, or do you think AP coming to the Titans? Watch out, here comes the AP train. So
first, I'd like to apologize because I greased the fuck out of the wings, dog. I greased them bitches. I was looking at myself in the screen, licking my fingers. That shit was sick.
Hey, some of that shit just be finger licking good, bro.
Hey man, if you're listening to this, man, you got to miss that. I appreciate you for not paying attention. But back to the thing, AP is the greatest I've ever seen do it. I'm just leaving it at that. Like there's people you can say Walter Payton's the greatest, you can say Emmitt Smith's the greatest, you can say that guy's the greatest, but I didn't see them. I watched this man AP run over everybody while burning everybody at the same time, countless time after again. He did it best in the purple uniform. But I watched him go from team to team to team to team to team and be solid, be something they can do, and just be a back to lean on. And then he's great for the locker room, most likely because he's a vet. So he's been through some things, and he needs the money. Well, I don't want to say that he needs the money. That's disrespectful. But like AP is like about the paper. Like he's gonna go get that bag real quick if it's coming. Like he's gonna go get the cat. Yo, y'all need to run back. Come on, I know I can play. You tripping, motherfucker. So I'm rocking with AP. I don't know if he's gonna go crazy. I think he's just gonna be a solid down back. He's gonna be able to come in and do what he got to do. Average like 3.8 yards maybe. Like he got to do what
That's
he
what he
got to
did
do.
last year or whatever. The last time he played, I think it was last year on the Lions. That's what he was averaging. I think 3.9 yard per carry.
I like it, man. I don't think he should have played for as many teams as he played for because like that's a solid back. Like you're telling me, y'all, it's like Ryan Fitzpatrick. Like this individual gets cut and he gets a start. Like, I don't know. But AP is the greatest I've ever seen do it. And I'm going to be tuned into these games. I already like to watch Tennessee run all over people.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people make that reference on like Pro Football Network, a couple networks saying that like AP was the Derrick Henry before there was a Derrick Henry. Of course, Derrick Henry's a bigger man, but AP was, AP was stronger, faster, could cut quicker, bigger. He was just everything better. I look at
running backs like this, right? So when it comes to range, to me, it was from what I saw, it was Daniel Thomason. That's when I jumped into football. That's who held that thing down. And then I jumped out of football, but I couldn't really. There are a lot of good backs back then. So like after the Daniel Thomason's reign, even though when I jumped back into football, he was playing for the Jets and shit. AP was that dude, and he held it down like the same way Julio held down receiver for a minute. AP held down running back for a while. Like it wasn't even a question about who was the best running back. Until like and he was the best. And the man tore his ACL, came back and ran 2,000. Got second. Jim was a first down away from motherfucking the record.
That's how different AP is. AP set a standard.
And it was a game where they needed to win, so it was tough to run the ball back then.
Against the Packers, it was the final game of the season against the Packers.
And they needed that shit. And it was a first down. Like, that's coach. Let me get one more.
So the next thing on the topic, we had the trades, and now we got motherfuckers who got cut.
Hey, Paul, you say it best every time. What do cuts to trade deadlines usually mean?
This motherfucker don't got a job come tomorrow.
I'm telling you, man. But hey, let's get it, man. I gotta cut my card because I told my bank I lost this motherfucker. So let me know who got cut this week, Paul.
This week we had we gotta say final goodbyes to Deshaun Jackson on the Rams. And Packers cut Jalen Smith.
All you gotta do is run straight.
Yeah, and then Jalen Smith, former Cowboy, now former Packer. He got cut.
He just got there.
2 weeks. Hey, he was an all-pro for a little bit, and then I don't know what happened. I'm really not too sure. I guess he just wasn't playing as well, and then Micah Parsons took his job. He's worth a lot of money. The Packers only needed him for a couple of weeks because I guess they had someone who was hurt that's coming back at linebacker who's going to start.
Today, Big Bird is Davius Smith. Big Bird.
Yeah.
Big Bird.
So basically, this man really was just a filling guy, like a role player. That's really what he was for 2 weeks. Deshaun Jackson, on the other hand, he was the deep threat role, maybe. Van Jefferson, who's twice as young as him, is the same role, and he's promising. And that's you can't have the same role.
All he had to do was run straight.
And I think he was probably unhappy because I guess he didn't meet with them about his role before he got cut. And they both agreed. I feel like the Rams telling, hey, bro, you old as fuck. Like,
they agreed to disagree.
Yeah. So maybe I feel like he'll find a new home, though. Someone's going to pick up Deshaun Jackson.
all he has to do is run straight. Like he's
What
still
if the
fast.
Packers pick up Deshaun Jackson? That'd be kind of not. I would like nice little speed for hey, and he's cheap.
That's tough because they definitely need it because the receivers is down, but like the cap space, they got cap space for that.
I know they cut they cut their long snapper to bring up the rookie, so they saved like $500K with that. They cut some other old vet off the practice squad and brought up another young guy who saved so they have like $1 million, I think, in cap space. And I don't know how much Deshaun's really worth or what he would play for. But we can't spend too much time on the has-beens and the has-nots.
I was about to say, because my card is cut the fuck up.
Yeah, we have to talk about Odell.
Are we talking Odell? We talking about the things that are being said about Odell through Odell's personal people.
I'm talking about the whole situation involving the name Odell Beckham Jr. From his fit on the Browns to his dad getting involved to his Baker Mayfield purposely not throwing him the ball. And what is your thoughts on the whole situation? We can go one by one, but I know it's a big topic. That's why I say the whole Odell situation is bigger than just one thing now. It comes from what's going on the field to what's going off the field. What's your thoughts?
I look at it like this, man. Wide receivers are wide receivers. We want the ball. I'm not a receiver, but if I was playing, I'd be a receiver. They want the motherfucking ball, like straight up. Like give me that shit, motherfucker. Like I train every week. I run these routes. I'm killing my defenders. I'm open. The time we got to figure something out. The time is not there. It's not there. And for them boys, it's not there.
Not there.
Sorry, it's just not there. It's tough. Like you can pull up the film, but the film's not gonna show us what we don't already know. The timing's not there. They don't know. They're just not catching each other. When they do catch each other, it's a little over. It's a little under. It's not really there. Like chemistry is chemistry, and that's important for when a wide receiver quarterback duo, especially a quarterback in what's your favorite 2 words, Paul? Contract year.
Contract year, bro.
So like, hey, if they move on, they move on. If they don't, they don't. But regardless, hashtag free OBJ, man. My dog worked way too hard to not be. This man came off his injury. He wanted to show y'all he could do some shit. And he got it in him. Wherever he go, he's gonna eat. They just gotta build him in the right system.
Well, with what the dad had posted outside of OBJ himself, because OBJ is quiet. Like this is something that no one could call him a diva for about this because he has nothing to do with this. What his dad has posted, do you give and then whenever someone commented saying Baker did this on purpose, and he responded saying green check mark, basically agreeing like, yeah, you're right. Do you think Baker's doing it on purpose?
First off, it's social media. Like the people that are commenting on these, the people that are saying this stuff, use that same app to look at girls with fat butts. That sounded so. I'm sorry, I can't be proper. They be looking at bitches with fat asses. Like, I'm sorry, I couldn't be proper. I apologize, Paul's mom. But like it's just like it's social media. Shut up. Like it's not OBJ. I can't control what my dad does. That's a fact. My dad. I don't have TikTok whatsoever. My dad sends me TikTok. That's the only time I go on TikTok. But you can't control that. They love their kids and they don't understand social media. This shit wasn't around when they were our age and really could voice the opinion to where it could be understood by the language for the people. So like his dad did that, and that's how his dad felt. He can't control that. That's not his fault. But it's his name, so it's gonna happen. As long as he's not embarrassed, as long as dad didn't embarrass him or disrespect anybody in the Browns organization, he just spoke on what he saw and how he felt. And I didn't see it, so I don't know. But like, if my dad did that, like that's just my dad. I can't control that, man. Like that man used to fuck me up back in the day.
The only reason I asked that is because if it was just a social media thing, I wouldn't give a fuck. But the fact that they told Odell basically go home right now for what's going on off the field at practice today. That's why it has to be talked about on this. That's the only reason why I'm bringing any light to that situation, because there is now a reaction to it on the football side. And
I think it's messed up. I think it's messed up because it's like you should be able to separate church and state. Like these people, you can't control this. Like, this is not.
We're gonna go
This is
home
my
and tell
obligation.
the person you're told to respect and the fall. Like, we're gonna tell now. Like, I understand exactly. Yeah, and also, it's not on the football. Like, okay, like I understand now it might cause some drama, but hey, we're all grown men here. I'm not telling you to go tell your daddy something. I'm not telling you to go tell you, like, let's just play football together. If I really don't like you, I don't like you, and we can talk about that. If I feel like you really are holding me, we can talk about that. We're a grown man. If I feel like, then if it's just talk, it's just talk. Let's play football. I do think Odell's gone probably after this year, just because what I was telling you earlier before the podcast. I think the coach and the team just has to come up. Are we a running team, or are we gonna allow Baker to be like is he a star that we can trust? And if he's a star, let's get him weapons. If not, let's get Nick Chubb, Kareem Hunt the ball. Let's put 2 tight ends in there. Let's get Jarvis Landry's already a fine number 1, and just build around that. Invest in the defense like you have. You have already invested in your line, and just run that smash mouth football like the Patriots have always done. Type style.
They gonna figure it out. They have a good team. They just got to figure it out. Like you said, it's just they trying to please a lot of people. Let's downplay and then focus. Let's figure it out. Let's do what we got to do.
Play football.
Fact. Let's play some fucking football.
But so speaking on Odell, there was talks in the work of him going to the Saints. That never flourished. And now speaking of the Saints, Michael Thomas placed on injury reserve. Something happened in rehab. Didn't go well. Now he's out for the rest of the season. Not sure Sean Payton's too happy about that, because if I remember correctly, I don't think he wanted him to have the surgery, or he waited so long to have the surgery when the season started. Sean Payton was pissed about that. And now that he can't have his star receiver, who they paid $100 million or $90 million to, is not going to play for a second season for him. How are we feeling about Michael Thomas?
No more slants. No more slants.
slants.
I don't got to deal with him no more. Slant boy is gone. Slant boy, we missed you. Slant boy, come to Atlanta. Slant boy.
Oh yeah, we'll get you the money.
Slant boy, we can use you in Atlanta. Slant boy. Oh man, don't get me wrong. I wish that he could have played this season. I'm all about competition. I always want to see people do their best and all this. No, definitely never want. But hey, man, it happened. He ain't get the surgery. Got surgery. Needed more rest. Hey, man, it happens. Sorry, but hey, man, slant boy, just get out of there, man. Come to Atlanta. Come on now, we fuck with you.
Yeah, no, I'm just upset for me personally because I had him in fantasy on the bench stashed away, because I was just like, if I'm really a caliber playoff team, which I am, I don't need him for the rest of the year. I just need him for come playoff time. And now he's out. He's dead.
Hey, can I say one thing about all the crazy shit that's going on in the league?
What's up? Speak it.
Ain't none of that shit going on in the NFC South. The craziest thing is Slant Boy ain't gonna play after he's not been playing. I'm just saying, NFC South, we kind of have our business.
Oh, y'all got one more though. I forgot. I actually didn't have this on here, and I like just thinking of your Falcons. Calvin Ridley stepping away from football.
God, why you did that?
I completely another guy who I had on fantasy because I projected him to have a crazy year, right? But now he's just decided not to come back to football. I respect his decision. Get your mental health right. Get your life right. Your life is bigger than the football. I understand, but as a Falcon fan, how you feeling, bro?
No more locked doors. Why we keep losing receivers, kid? Why I feel like every 2 years we losing receivers. This one we lost them back to back. They didn't wait till next year. Summer, winter, boom, boom. Receivers gone. Hey, first off, we praying for you, King. We praying for you. We want you to get your mental health right. I think it's kind of legendary. I got to see if he never plays again, I got to see Calvin Ridley's last game in person. I got to see him score a touchdown. Oh, so that's gonna feel good as a Falcons fan. I'm gonna get the Calvin Ridley jersey. Just hang that bitch up. Just get the black, whatever jersey they was wearing that game, they was black. We got that, hang it up. Like, yeah, I saw that. Like, just put the date on there. Like, and I'm gonna say praying for you, King. Because, like, that's real, man. Brandon Marshall speaks to the best, man. Mental health is so serious in the league. CT is so serious. Like, you don't understand how fucked up this shit is, man. I really respect that call. Do what you got to do, man. Do what you got to do, man, and get your mental right.
And am I hearing that maybe potentially Byron Jones and Xavier Howard locked him up so badly that it forced him to retire?
Hey, man, shout out the boys. Hey, shout out them boys right there. DJ Mo Vibes, Jerry Will 24, real life, in the flesh. Them boys is in the back. Them boys might hop in and talk some shit in a second. But, man, we out here, man. Come on, Paul. Let me know. What's the next topic? Because, like, if we keep talking about Calvin Ridley, I might cry.
I think that wraps us up. Unless you have another story from around the league that caught your eye. That was a lot of stories already. What else? Oh, Aaron Rodgers getting COVID.
We're gonna run through this one real quick because I want to see how this one plays out because this is what it is.
I don't want to go too deep into it. All I want to say is, hey, he's not gonna play this week.
Hey man, I said the same thing about Devontae Adams, man. This is what happens if you didn't get the vaccine. Like they're gonna hold you when they have the chance to. Like Aaron Rodgers, I'm drinking the Aaron Rodgers sippy cup though because I trust them. Like they're gonna figure something out. And this season that's not gonna fuck up any chemistry in the locker room, especially after that win last week.
Yeah, I don't want to go too deep because the story's still new and we don't know what the hell's even happening with it, other than the fact he's just not playing right now, which is big for the Packers, who played the Chiefs.
Can I say,
what's up?
Motherfucker, I've been having these Jerry videos all on the motherfucking screen for like the last 20 minutes. The second this nigga walk in the house and bitches jump off the screen. What this nigga Jerry does,
no, that's true.
Yeah.
I definitely saw him in
Nigga
the
got
league a few times.
superpowers, kid. I look back, I see Pete Carroll dancing. I'm like, what the fuck happened? But what's up, man? I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're straight. Let's just we'll go real quick, almost like bullet style, on the recap.
Oh, this is gonna be fun. Hey, get your guns out, man.
We're gonna.
I took notes specific for this. I'm not gonna hold you. I'm going Monday night, Giants Chiefs 2017. First off,
they did it. They won.
You know I love New York. They're the gift that keep on giving. We 2-0 against New York this year. You know what I'm saying? But I fucked with that game. The Giants played a lot of deep zones, so they really made Patrick Mahomes uncomfortable. They had to make him move around a lot more than he needed to. They had to start settling for a lot of quick passes. There was a point in time where Patrick Mahomes didn't have like no real passes over the top or plus 10 yards. And like the only person he could really throw it up to like that is what's Big Dog's name? Travis Kelce. But I think the strongest person, this is how crazy it was that I had to actually go look up these people. I think the person that controlled this entire game was Jerome Boger. That is number 23, the ref, the official.
Oh,
the white hat for the game this week. That they called all types of crazy. They were the real shot callers in this game. Like I don't care who called the plays. Nope, they controlled the time of possession. They controlled the pace. They did what they do. They called 12 penalties on the Chiefs, 10 on the Giants, and one was an offsides that negated a pick, and then one was an Elijah Penny taunt that took away a first down, I believe. And then there was a face mask that wasn't actually a face mask. Like the refs were atrocious, and that was a big deal. Like Daniel Jones did his thing, 222 angel numbers, but like. It was tough. They contained Mahomes and kept him uncomfortable, but those penalties fucked them over. Like they could have got a quick, nice little dub. But hey, man, what you got to say about that one?
But Daniel Jones threw a pick on the first fucking throw. That shit was dirty. That shit was so bad. Fucking the Chiefs. I mean, the first Mahomes pick, not even his fault. It went right off of McKinnon's helmet or some shit and right into the air. And so I don't even get that to him, but. Like you said, 190 penalty yards combined. That's more than their total rushing yards. But that boy for the Chiefs, who really I think came in and ball that saved the day, was that running back. Derrick Gore came in with 48 yards. Damian Williams came in with 49 yards. They put up basically 100 yards combined, which is something that they needed to do to take the pressure off of Mahomes because it was there, but he still ended up taking 48 attempts. Like. I think that the more he throws the ball like that, 50 times a game, the more likely, he might have a pick. Like now you're playing only with Mahomes. You need to get this rushing game going. So seeing at least a little bit of life with this new guy, Derrick Gore, I think he's a rookie or something. He came in, scored that late touchdown.
Yeah, he was great. I thought it was Frank Gore for a second. I had to go look it up.
No, me too. No, he did at halftime, but yeah, I thought it was Frank Gore until the commentator said Derrick, and I was like, who the hell is this guy?
Hey, I do have 2 more points because I was big Giants on this game, even though the Chiefs won. That strip sack, that was a good play. Kadarius Toney.
Jones has that.
He threw a 19-yard pass. That shit was smooth. That was clean. You ain't see that coming.
Used to play quarterback.
Yeah, what's it
I
called?
think they said high school.
Yeah, Mo was telling me that he really got drafted because them boys used to be in this is UF, this is Gainesville, so them boys would be in spots where he was DJing now. They was like, yeah, man, motherfucker, that boy got drafted to play quarterback. Like that boy got picked up to play quarterback and he made some moves. And lastly, motherfucking, I was watching a press conference and this was the first time I ever heard some shit like that. They planned ugly punts for the against the Chiefs. They planned to throw 2 ugly punts so that way the special teams would be uncomfortable. He would never really be able to pick it up and then be able to set his feet and up. I've never heard that before, but when it did it and I looked at the film, shit was genius because there'll be some people that get killed on special teams and you should do that shit. Ugly up your punts a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. But the next one I had was the Vikings and Cowboys Sunday night. What you felt about that game?
Hey, bro, I told you, even without Dak, the Vikings, I don't think Cooper was future nothing. He did put up 302 touchdowns. He did throw a game-winning touchdown to Amari Cooper. But once again, I just think with Kellen Moore as the calling plays for him, Ezekiel Elliott didn't do what I thought he would do. Tony Pollard didn't do what I thought he would do. And they somehow or another, Cooper Rush came in, put up 300 yards, and this defense. Hey, Justin Jefferson is wearing that Michael Myers mask before the game, and people were thinking he might go off for something. 2 catches for 21 yards. Adam Thielen did his, but hey,
I was gonna say there you go right there.
even though Diggs didn't get that interception to break the NFL record for like most in a row for some. Hey, they held them to 16 points. Cooper Rush played a great game. But Greg Zuerlein had 5 field goals for them boys. He's the reason. He was. Yeah.
Kept him scoring. It's just like basketball. You got to keep scoring, bro. But hey, I'll say this though. I'm putting Amari Cooper on my hands team. I'm gonna have a hands team at the end of the season.
He got his hands right.
Amari Cooper definitely is starting on the hands team right now. CeeDee Lamb, he slid. But he did have a terrible drop late. Can't put him on his team, even though that boy is on the nicest young receivers team. But Micah Parsons is a fucking phenom. This man was moving like J.K. Watt last night, kid. Every play I'm seeing him, he's there. Like if he doesn't get the tackle, he's congratulating somebody for getting the tackle. Like he's there. Every play, he's all over the field. This man's don't go to that outside. He's gonna fofo. Remember, he burnt Justin Jefferson. He beat Justin Fields, like in the 40. Like motherfucker, he gonna chase it down, kid. That boy is fast.
He's a different breed of athlete.
I'm rocking with them boys. I'm not gonna lie. The Vikings lost, but like that's what they were supposed to do. Like you play 50-50 every week. Like it's either you win or you lose. Like I don't even have no like Thielen score. That's all that matters. He does that every game.
I will say this once again. This is a week where I felt like if this Dallas team is for real, this is a game that you can lose like every other year, or you can go out there and win. And they went out there and won. But what game you want to jump into next? You said you had 3.
All right, man. So look, man. You know me. I hate anything Tampa Bay.
Oh,
I hate anything.
I knew you're going.
I can't stand any team that had Drew Brees' colors on. I go to New Orleans for the gumbo, not the football. And I rock with LSU a little piece, but I just can't stand. So I'm here for this next game. But I got a professional. to handle this for me, man. I got everybody welcome. Jerry Will 24. Oh man.
I'm taking over the whole segment.
Oh yeah, handle that. Talk that shit, man.
You're
How's it going, Mr. Saints fan? Jerry Will 24.
Hey man,
I know it's a good week.
you know it was Jameis Winston. I mean, the only thing I heard was Jameis Winston. The sad see out for the season.
Oh yeah. Hey, he had that crutch. What other quarterback you know in the locker room dancing with the crutch after the dub? Yeah, let us know. What other quarterback you know doing that?
Still going crazy. Now that was a crazy game though. I ain't expect the game to go like that though. James Winston unexpected. St. Hill concussion. Then you got Trevor Sigmund come in. He ain't played since 2019. And I didn't even know he was on the Saints, to be honest. I didn't even know he was a third string.
I thought he was still on the 49ers backup, to be honest.
I didn't even know he was on the Saints, but that boy stepped up and got us a dub, so that's all I can say. Mark Ingram returned too. Good return.
Tom Brady threw 4 picks. That defense y'all got.
He threw 4?
Oh no, my 4 touchdowns. But he threw 2 picks. But he threw that pick 6 to basically seal the game.
Needed that.
How was that feeling watching that?
It is an NFC rivalry, so you never know what to expect in those games. You see how the Bucks was like 6-1 at the time, and then we coming in 4, and we came in 4-2. So you know Bucks had all the favor in their hands, but you came to the Superdome, came to the Super Bowl. And it's a rivalry too. You never know what to expect with a rivalry too. So that's why I was like, I did put money on the Bucks. I ain't gonna cap. I did put money on the Bucks.
Wow.
I did put money on the Bucks. I ain't gonna cap. I did.
I picked the Saints. I was rocking with y'all.
I wasn't. I ain't gonna cap. I wasn't. I ain't gonna cap. But what happens? NFC rivalry. I died on my own team just because it's the Bucks, you know what I'm saying? But they pulled through. What you about to say?
I said, don't y'all? Oh no, now you're only 5-2. So are you on top of them in the division?
Nah,
I was actually gonna ask you how that works.
The Bucks we're 0.714 and the Bucks are 0.754. I checked Monday.
It's because they didn't have the bye week yet.
Okay. So hopefully y'all just keep winning. How do you feel about Trevor Siemian going forward though? Or is it Taysom Hill now if he clears concussion?
I think they'll probably still run with Taysom Hill first, but if anything gone wrong, I mean,
hey, you got a gun.
You know, he looked a little lusty. Them passes were kind of bad. You could see it. Like he was not expecting to play. But he still came through though. That's all that mattered to me. I still came through. So he got definitely practicing this week. I don't know who we play next, but I feel like he definitely play the Falcons.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, another NFC South rivalry. You know what? Dirty. It's gonna be a dirty game. But I'm happy we got the dub. Hopefully, I mean we is gonna see the Bucks at the again for sure, and we just gonna see how the season go. It sucks that Jameis out too. That's a hurtful thing because he wasn't doing bad. You know what I'm saying? They weren't like explosion wins, but we just get dubs. Like, I don't know. We just know how to get dubs this year.
Hey,
we just know how to get dubs.
Hey, a good team always wins.
That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. Now let Cub come back. Oh my God. I'm not this dope. Teach y'all boys. Oh my God.
Hey. Good dub there.
Hey, that was Jerry Will 24 himself. You can follow him on Twitter, Instagram, and SoundCloud. I Jerry Will 24.
And he has the bar. I have this one. I feel like we can just gun real quick right here. I'm gonna call it the boring block of football.
Okay.
It was the Seahawks busting Jacksonville's ass 31-7. Yeah, Geno Smith is lighting them boys up. Urban Meyer done. Philadelphia beating the dog piss out of Detroit 44-6.
I gotta finish my shot to that bullshit.
And Jalen Hurts only threw for 100 yards, which is Jalen Hurts only threw for 100 yards. So they still beat.
Oh man,
crazy.
Hey, man, I believe Tebow them lost last night.
What do you say?
No, I said I can't believe Tebow and the Jaguars lost, man. Them
No.
Gainesville boys, they still living. That's where they living right now. Them Gainesville boys.
No.
They still live in T-Mobile. This boy got
Hey,
this boy
bro,
finna
I
put
was-
like 15
I was
crazy on
hoping.
Saturday.
He can go out there right now.
Hey, who else got blown out?
This one wasn't a blowout, but it was definitely a part of a boring game. It was Denver 7 to Washington's 10. The offenses on both sides both looked bad. Pure defense. And then LA Rams 38 to Houston's 22. This has nothing to do with anything. Everyone knew the outcome before it started. And then low key, I gotta take the bite of the bullet. It was the Dolphins losing 11 to 26 to Buffalo. It was 3-3 at halftime. Then Josh Allen turned it on, and we had no answer. We just look, our coaching, it just looks bad right now. I don't even want to talk about it.
Hey, we're gonna jump to the Falcons. Fuck! Stephon Gilmore for out here killing me. This shit was terrible. I was the most happiest person about hearing Stephon Gilmore got traded to the Panthers. Like, yo, Stephon Gilmore finna make some moves. And then he picks off my quarterbacks for the game winner. Fuck!
Game winner.
Fuck! That's all I can say about fuck. That's all I can say about
Hey,
that shit.
and they stepped on your boy's hand, Matty Ice. I don't know how intentional it was. I wasn't watching the game, but I did see it, and that shit was bad.
Bitch ass niggas, they just step on my nigga. Let me on the field the next game. I just want to talk. That's all I gotta say. I just want to talk. I just want to talk.
Then we had Chicago losing. You called this one to the 49ers. Justin Fields is just that bad, it looks like.
Nah, hey, look.
He's
run, though, like,
if he runs like this, he is a problem. If he becomes this pocket passer, he sucks.
Hey, look. Me and Jerry was watching that live, and I made the best point I think I made in this whole season. When Lamar Jackson runs the ball, when he sees a defender, he's saying whoop, whoop, whoop. Like that's what he whoop. When Josh Allen sees a defender, like he's gonna go ooh, boom, and then slide out like he ain't do nothing, like boom, and then slide. Aaron Rodgers sees a defender, he's what the fuck slide, like my boy is slide. But when Justin Fields sees a defender, he says, oh shit. He runs like, oh shit. Keeps going, oh shit. Oh shit. Like that was that play. I feel like if you had mic'd him up, that's all you would have heard. Oh shit. Oh shit. And then he got off on their ass. Like he just took it one defender out of, you know how people say one game at a time? He took that entire run, one defender at a time. He said, oh shit. All right, that's not, now they only got 10. Ooh, all right, now I only gotta worry about 11. I only gotta worry about 9. Ooh, ooh. Okay. Only 7 more. Like he took it one defender at a time. And he outran him. He showed him. He runs a 4.5 or like a 4.49, something like that. Like he showed he got a little bit of on there. He just has to get better. I just think that's not the team to do that. I don't think that's the team to do that with. But that was a great run. But on to the next.
Divisional game. We had Cleveland losing at home to Pittsburgh, which we were both on.
Oh my gosh! First off, the entire game I was sitting there like I told you. I was like, this game just proved that I really don't fuck with the Browns. Like, and it's not the players because I like the players. I just don't. So like, you know, I forgot. I think it was you that told me the point when you root for the owners, when you root for the players, you're rooting for people because these people were once fans like you and stuff like that. And when you're rooting for owners and what they say, you're rooting for the jersey. You're just rooting for the team just to be saying that I'm a part. Like you're just rooting for that. So like, I don't root for that jersey. Like, fuck that jersey, man. Like, not those players, not those numbers, not those last names on the back of it. But fuck the Browns, bro. Like, that's what TST game showed me. Like, this man, first off, rest in peace. My dog, I have to go look him up because you know, I'm looking big kickers this season. I'm big on giving kickers praise this season. Rest in peace, my dog, C. Boswell, because he got killed on that field goal fake. That was hurtful. Like, boom, and Mike Thomas saw that shit and he was like, fuck, I don't know if this was that great an idea. And this is my fault. So shout out Mike Tomlin for being creative on those 2-point attempts because there was 1 2-point. I want to say they put 5 wide, and we knew for a fact that Big Ben was not going. Nobody thought that this was a quarterback draw. They took it, and you know, like the back, and then there's a trick about Big Ben. If he's on his back foot, there's a good chance it's going to be a throw. He took the back foot. Everybody's played throw, and he got up in there, and I think they got like a whole
big ass was rumbling and stumbling.
So yeah, Big Ben's still alive. The Browns, my notes literally says the Browns. Boo, boo. Like that's what y'all say. Boo. Like
But
Odell Beckham, Jarvis Landry. Let's go. Nick Chubb, Kareem Hunt. The Browns. Boo. Like fuck them.
nah,
But, like, the Steelers, shout out them boys. TJ Watt, he's always gonna do something on defense. That's my choice for defensive player of the year. Worth every penny. I always love to see good business. But motherfucking TJ Watt did his thing, and that defense stepped up. But shout out them boys for making that, because they did it with no kicker. Like that could have really went ugly, and that the whole narrative of that game could have changed off of that one play. So shout out them boys for getting that W, because they needed that shit. Because if not, Mike Tomlin would have had to hear a lot of bullshit after that game. And Big Ben's still alive. Get rid of your heart monitors, get respirators and all that shit. That nigga's still alive, man. I'm not saying that he alive, like he 20-year-old Big Ben, but he's still alive, man. That boy he's still alive. There's still some air in his lungs. That heart's still pumping, man. Boy can play football, man. He can go get a W, man.
We're gonna see how far Big Ben gonna get them boys. But like I said, that defense was playing their heart out. Oh, shit.
No more locked doors, man. No more locked doors, man.
Then we got if we're gonna boo anybody, I think it's gonna be the Bengals this week, losing to the Jets 31-34. They allowed Mike White, fucking I don't know who the fuck he is, come up, throw for 400 yards, 3 touchdowns. I lost so much money because the Bengals didn't fucking win.
Oh my goodness. The Bengals, first off, shout out Matt. What did you say his nickname was?
It's Magic Mike White Lightning, and according to Pat McAfee.
That's no homo. That's a mouthful. And like, I guess I don't have to do that because this is 2021. So that's a mouthful. But wow, the Bengals just did not do their job. Like I want to say they played flat, but they played flat. Matt White, first off, Robert Salilula. That boy done aged like 5 years this season. So this wise elder that he is now was lit as fuck on that sideline the entire game. That shit was lit. That shit was good to see. Because you know the Jets, they don't really win like that, and they got some nice uniforms. So it's good to see like that money going to good use or something like that. So like the Bengals just did not do their job. I'm very I wouldn't say disappointed because that's not my team. But like that shit was crazy to me. Like they really just like came through and they just wasn't ready for the schemes. They said they threw a lot of different defenses at him. He really wasn't ready for that. So shout out them boys for scheming, but like, hey man, you gotta get those dubs. Y'all number one division. Y'all just blew out the fucking Ravens. Y'all saying y'all had great practices. Y'all saying y'all had great energy, and then y'all just didn't come with it. And Joey B's a competitor. Joe Beasley's a competitor. He's gonna come through. He's gonna take that on the heart. He's not gonna like that shit. He's gonna do something about it. But damn, y'all boys did not do your job. Y'all lost a lot of people money. Like y'all did not do your job.
Yeah. Also, I'm not gonna lie, bro. If I'm Joey B, I'm like, bro, I just put up 31. We should have won this game. It's the fucking Jets. How can my like?
400. Shout out them boys though. White like
yeah, they did their thing. It's the NFL. Storylines happen every week. The next game we have, I think this is the final game before Thursday football. New England at the Chargers. I'm happy I switched my pick last minute. That rush defense is just so bad. They put up like 150 or 160 yards as a team. They need a run stopper. But I'm not out on the Chargers like everyone else is. I still think this is a fine football team. I still think they have the potential to maybe take this division, even though it's very close. They had a chance to really solidify the division, but now they have to fucking win out these games and beat the Chiefs again, probably to win the division, which I think is possible with how the Chiefs are playing. But Bill Belichick, that's just a man with a scheme, and he's gonna take. If he sees a weakness, he will exploit it.
You know, we call people like Bill Belichick. Where not where I'm from, but just in the environments that I've been around, you know what they call people like Bill Belichick?
What they call him, Bill?
A scheming ass schemer. Because when you think, because you already knew he was scheming before he got there. Like at the door, He was like, "Hey, yo, that's Bill Belichick. He's always scheming. That's Big Bill. He always scheming. He's an OG.
With the hoodie on.
I've never known him to not be scheming. Like he's true. So you get there thinking like, okay, not only do I have to have a scheme ready to come up with his first scheme, I gotta have a backup scheme just in case he throws another look at me, and I gotta be ready to not to expect what's coming. That's fucking tough. That's fucking tough. Like they came through, they said that they gave Jay Herbo a lot of different looks. The game was close. They controlled the time of possession. They didn't throw the ball down. Like they didn't turn over the ball too crazy. Like two games in a row. It's been a long day for my cousin Jay Herbo. But like, hey man, we ain't never gonna count out Jay Herbo. They gonna figure that out. Like I seen their GM on the Pat McAfee show because he used to be a player, and then he was talking about it like, you're not going to be 80%, 83% on fourth down all season. The analytics got to catch up. So, like, there's going to be slower games, but, like, they're going to figure it out. They're tough. They're smart. Keenan Allen made some great plays that game, even though they lost. Like, they're going to do something. Like, come on now. It's Jay Herbo and them boys. They're going to tighten up.
Oh, yeah. 100. Yeah. I still, like I said, I'm not out on the team, but like that coach said, what do I always say? The law of averages. That shit's always going to come right back to what you always usually average out at. But
I respect it.
That recaps the whole week. That ends us on that. Real quick before this is all that we have. One last thing. We have Week 9 Thursday Night Football. The Jets with Mike White, who's hot right now, going to Indianapolis to play Carson Wentz and Jonathan Taylor and the Colts, who need this win if they're even going to hope to stay alive right now. Because with Derrick Henry out, who accounted for 79% of all yardage of the Titans, which is absolutely insane stat, his ass is gone. So they have a chance to win division if they can't win.
It's interesting. That's going to come out cool. I don't think this is going to be a great game. I think Matt White played his best game last week, and he might do it again this week.
Not riding the train.
I just fly planes. So like I just chose. I had to graduate from the planes, man. I can't just hop on nobody's train no more. Like you gotta book me a jet. You feel me? Like I gotta see that you worth it, man. You gotta book me a jet first. So I think this is gonna be a not too entertaining game. I want to see what can happen because all the primetime games have been lit so far. But I'm taking the Colts. And I'm taking the Colts in this face because, like, I could be wrong. And White Lightning is buying private jets as we speak. And he's looking at me and saying, too bad, motherfucker. You counted me out. Too bad, motherfucker. You can't hop on. You can't fly with me. I can hop on a jet alone. So we'll see, man. I'm taking the Colts in this one, though. But, like, I want to see if any more crazy shit's about to go down in the league because, boy, it's been lit. And it's crazy because trade deadline came up, and we're not even talking about trades right now.
Yeah, that's how stinker that was. But I'm wrong. Yeah, no, Colts are winning this. Mike White's cool. I'm picking the Colts, and I will not be mad if Mike White comes out and throws another 400, 500-yard game and blows me away. I will be happy that happens.
I will be because Dad's not gonna let me on that jet. You feel me? I'm gonna be upset. I'm gonna fuck all y'all. Like y'all better fuck all y'all. Like I'm gonna be upset.
But Jonathan Taylor's is a stud, and so is Michael Pittman's been looking nice. Even though Carson Wentz is a maniac and it's 50-50, he might have a good game or he might throw a couple picks that'll cost the game. I'm picking that over the Jets any day of the week.
We'll see, man. We'll see. But, hey, man, this has been another totally blitzed episode. If you didn't know, now you know. Paul, what we got for him?
Shit, it's totally blitz. As usual, this is Paul Picker, Wyndham Concha, the man with the big beard and big bankroll. I'm going to have some fucking heaters come this week because I'm bouncing back. I'm throwing it on the gambling this week. And
hey, man, you talking to the lone wolf, man, Lil KK, aka the Don PYE, mostly known as Kev Waterboy Savoy. And I gotta go figure something out, man. I'm making some phone calls this week, And y'all gonna see on the Twitter page. Follow us at Totally Blitz on Twitter. You know what I'm saying? And you're gonna see we making some phone calls this week. We gotta figure some things out.
Bet this totally blitz.
Bitch.
Got a problem with being problematic. Get the light beam on me, ready for electrostatic. Don't you step into this box if you're not batting. Then my gang got tools. You can call them boy crap, man. This gang got rules, man. You better watch your passes. This ain't